This is KGW News at Sunrise.
And it is my intention to go out and earn this nomination and to win.
With just over 100 days until Election Day, Vice President Kamala Harris is putting her hat in the ring for president. The latest on her campaign efforts so far.
Good morning, I'm Thomas Schultz in Wasco County. In Mosier, a new fire is forcing evacuations. We'll tell you all about what we're seeing, as well as that smoke and ash coming up.
Also covering a completely different topic this morning here on Sunrise, focusing on the Olympic Games in Paris, which start this Friday, specifically on the cardboard beds that the athletes in the Olympic Village will be sleeping on for the next few weeks. Beds supported by cardboard boxes? One athlete actually gives us a demonstration of just how durable those beds are or aren't. Wow. That story coming up here in just a few minutes.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so but that was about 4 seconds worth of video. Does it stand the test of time? Yeah. Can you jump on it like that for 6 seconds, 7 seconds?
Why are you jumping on your bed? Weren't we taught this
Wait
lesson
till you
like
have children? You'll see.
Because they're athletic. They got to get that athleticism out of them sometimes.
Okay, I'm not the parent in here, so I get it. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Rodney?
I have nothing to add to this topic. This is good news. I'm excited to share with you. If you watch this last hour, and we'll show it again this hour, our Futurecast smoke map, which is a big story from the wildfires across our state, showing that the smoke should be thinning and dispersing in central Oregon today, areas where it has been bad. I will tell you, 24 hours ago, those are the three sisters from Aspen Lakes Golf Course. 24 hours ago, you could not see them. It was so hazy. The smoke was so thick in central Oregon. So big improvement for those of you watching us in Deschutes County and probably up in Jefferson County and other parts of central Oregon today in terms of the thickness of the wildfire smoke. We're absolutely gorgeous here in town. There's the rising sun in the eastern sky, 57. This will be a sunny day from start to finish and another comfortable day for Portland, 70 at noon. I have us getting up to 83 for a high this afternoon. Here's Chris.
So much more comfortable. Thank you, Rod. Let's get you out the door live. Look at the freeways right now. Free and clear over the Glen Jackson Bridge. That's I-205 out of Clark County. That looks good. I-5 through North Portland. That looks good as well. And a quick check of the west side, rolling right along. So guys, so far locally, no crashes, no unexpected delays. Interstate 84 also in eastern Oregon has been closed overnight the last couple of evenings for wildfire fighting efforts, the freeway reopening. But just know that each night east of Pendleton, crews will continue to close that as they continue to battle the Durkee fire in eastern Oregon. We'll keep you posted, guys.
Yeah, we're going to continue our wildfire coverage right here, Chris, specifically the wildfire that's burning near the town of Mosier in Wasco County.
That's where our Thomas Schultz has been live all morning on the fire line in the midst of smoke and fire. Thomas, what are you seeing now?
Yeah, well, guys, the fire continues to move up this ridge. Smoke continues to be thick, and we're seeing some ash in our direction as well as it just continues to billow a bit and blow up the ridge here. You can see, just red flames continuing to do what they've done all morning. Some darker red flames deeper in there as you get a little bit further into this fire. Now, of course, this has led to some evacuations. Red Cross says they've got volunteers over in Hood River where they're evacuating people. Though right now, they tell KGW not many people are taking them up on their offer. Instead, many people are staying in their homes, waiting this out, hoping for the best as this continues to advance. We're seeing a lot of fire crews out here today. We've seen Scappoose fire, Corvallis fire has been here. So departments from all across the state are coming to Wasco County for this blaze here. Now, overnight, Wasco County Sheriff's Office greatly increased its evacuation zone, expanding level 2 get set to evacuate orders from the city of Mosier to Husky Road south to Wilson Road. That's further south into Wasco County. This fire originating up by the Columbia River in Mosier. All the while, of course, residents kind of hunkering down, waiting to see what's going to happen. There's, of course, this is not unusual for them, but this is anxiety-inducing, as it was in the Large Creek fire a couple of weeks ago, too, as residents just continue to wait and see what's going to happen. Many staying in homes, but we're seeing hot spots. We're seeing areas burned out, and, of course, fire, smoke, and ash and ember consuming the air around Wasco County. Guys.
Our Thomas Schultz reporting live. Thomas, please be safe out there. Now, we are also following a wildfire evacuation in southern Washington, Klickitat County. Level 3 go now evacuations are in place from the Big Horn Fire. It's burning near the town of Bickleton. Evacuations include people on the East Road to Sand Ridge Road and Alder Creek south to Columbia River. The Big Horn Fire has burned at least 1,200 acres since it started at about 1 o'clock yesterday. Fire crews are fighting the flames from the ground and air. No word yet on what caused that fire.
Portland Fire and Rescue is giving some well-earned credit to their firefighters in the Marine program who helped extinguish 2 large fires last week. The fire department says 3 generations of fireboats, including one that's almost 100 years old, were crucial in helping firefighters pump river water to fight the Radius recycling fire in St. John's and also the Ross Island fire. Portland Fire also used both of their rescue boats that are designed for quick maneuvering to shuttle firefighters and their equipment across the water to that Ross Island fire.
Now to the latest on Vice President Kamala Harris's run for president. This morning, the Associated Press is reporting Vice President Kamala Harris has enough support from Democratic delegates to become the presidential nominee. The AP surveyed delegates across the country and found Harris has well over the 1,976 delegates she needs to secure the nomination, but nothing is official yet. Monday, Harris rallied staffers at President Biden's campaign headquarters in Delaware.
Predators who abused women, fraudsters who ripped off consumers, cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
Harris' campaign has raised a record $81 million in the first 24 hours after Biden's announcement that he was dropping out of the race. Oregon Governor Tina Kotek also backing Harris. And coming up at 6:30, you'll hear from Kotek herself. Plus, we get into what could happen in the next few weeks ahead of the Democratic National Convention that happens next month.
It was a deadly weekend on local roads and highways. Crashes killed at least 6 people. Sunday morning, a California man died after an SUV rear-ended the car he was riding in on I-5 in Lynn County. The driver of the car he was in was also seriously hurt, and the SUV's driver, a Woodburn man, was arrested for DUI. Later that afternoon, a man and a woman from the Seattle area were killed on Highway 26, just a few miles east of Sandy. Investigators say a teen driver veered into their lane and hit their car head-on. 3 motorcycle riders in Gresham, McMinnville, and Clark County also died in weekend crashes. New this morning, Oregon Housing and Community Services is getting more than $11 million in federal funding. It's to increase energy efficiency in affordable housing like installing heat pumps and insulation. The award is part of a nearly $200 million federal grant from Oregon, or to Oregon, from the EPA.
Athletes have started to arrive in the Olympic Village in Paris, and already there's a lot of reaction online, specifically to the beds that athletes have to sleep on.
These are the same beds that athletes slept on during the last Summer Olympics in Tokyo. Here's a closer look.
This is cardboard. As you can see, it's like a box. Then you've got the mattress, and then these cardboard boxes here, like so, with the mattress on top and a mattress topper. And then we get our own little Paris 24. And as you can see, they're pretty sturdy. Cardboard beds in the village.
So that's a look at British diver Tom Daley, apparently practicing his diving moves on the bed. The beds are sustainable. That's the good thing. Made from recycled materials that'll be recycled after the games. One question that came up was, how does someone like, say, LeBron James fit into one of those beds? We're told that the frames can be extended based on a person's size. The mattresses also flip to adjust firmness. I'm thinking, are the NBA superstars who are part of Team USA actually sleeping in the Olympic Village? Is LeBron James sleeping on a cardboard bed for the next 2 weeks?
Do they have a choice? Do they have a choice?
We have a lot of research to do here, China. Ron, we have some Olympic research to do while you do some weather forecasting.
Yeah, I don't know, but you know, we had that story several weeks ago, and the tale was that the beds are pretty comfortable. I mean, cardboard can be really confirmed. Moving on. Here's a look at our satellite picture. Here's the upper level low that's driving our new cool weather pattern. I don't have any new information with this low, but the track is still for it to slowly push inland, mainly through BC and northern Washington on Thursday. And as that happens, it will eventually bring a cool down across all of Oregon and all of Washington. It's still up to around 100 degrees out in places like Burns and Baker City today, where the heat has not broken. Clearly, we've broken the heat, as you know, here on the west side. Okay, Mosier's our newest fire. Again, our Thomas Schultz has been out there reporting live for us this morning in Wasco County. Here's a map that should give you a good view. There's Hood River, there's Mosier, there's the fire center where it was reported yesterday. Clearly, the fire center is to the west of Mosier, and that's important because the wind field overall is winds coming in from the west, which means Mother Nature's tendency will be to spread this fire to the east, which would be toward the town. But there's a lot of local topography in there that can vary that wind direction at times as well. This is great news. So the Dalles was blowing at about 20 miles per hour throughout the night. Calm winds being reported right now. That's the closest main reporting site to that fire that we have. Our Futurecast models have been showing winds no greater than gusting 20 to 25, with the chance that the winds would actually fade somewhat during the day today. So fingers crossed on that. This is terrific. It's still really bad, thick smoke into Baker County, near Burns, down around Crater Lake. But the smoke is dispersing over the Cascades and down into the Bend and Sun River area. Yesterday, you could not see Jefferson right there from Timberline. It was so smoky. So multiple cameras now showing in Central Oregon. You will notice a big improvement in your visibility today. So that's great news for you folks. Here's the current temperature in Portland, 57, Salem's 55. Kelso, hallelujah, 47 degrees. Wish I was up there having breakfast right now. Outdoors. 83 is Portland's high today. Tomorrow the same. 7-day continues to be mighty comfortable.